I guess.
Today, we're your hosts, Shadow the Witty and Kinda Clever, and we'll be continuing some Celeste. We were just talking about how you can't leave negative emotions behind and how it would have really annoyed me if they just killed off that character. Well, not killed, but... Whoa. What is this, a swamp or something?
Oh shit, fuck!
Okay.
Okay, I need to switch to joystick. Fuck. Alright.
You were saying?
This is bad.
Alright. Now that you're doing some parkour and I can actually ask some questions. Since last episode was literally just like, just a one-to-one talk. Yeah, that's
I don't
not gonna work.
know what happened there.
You were doing the wrong thing.
Oh, pure!
We're good?
Oh shit! Fuck!
Okay. We lost you for a second there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fuck, alright. Don't worry.
Anyway.
I'm still here.
How would you title this chapter of your life?
Rebuilding.
Okay. For me...
Right now, I'm... Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead.
You keep going. You explain why you would call it rebuilding.
Well, just like fucking Madeline in this game here, I was kind of definitely dealing with mental illness on some level, and I needed some change, and I just recently started to feel like I got some of that change. Yeah. I'm trying to just use it to my best, literally rebuilding who I am, my life, my goals, just trying to make everything work.
Yeah.
At that point in my life, I'd say. Ah, shit.
Yeah. I'd say I've been doing that for most, like, after the year I got bullied, I've been basically trying to rebuild my character. Because it got basically destroyed. What?
I mean, it wasn't that I was destroyed, it's that I was so depressed I couldn't tell who I was.
I don't mean that you were destroyed. What I mean is that when I got bullied, I basically lost all my character development, and I need to regain that character development. But if I had to label this chapter, I'd probably say alter ego. Because I'm actually starting to enjoy myself.
I can see that, but for me, I'm definitely... I wasn't broken from, like, bullying or anything.
Yeah.
I had a rough upbringing. I never even had a chance to figure out who I was at all.
Yeah.
But I felt like... So, in a way, a little bit before I even met you, I was just, like, in a state of, like, rebirth. I was just... I found a new sense of self and, like, purpose.
Yeah.
And I've just been diving at that ever since I've met you, and I feel like I've come a long way. Maybe you have too. Maybe our audience has, since we started.
I mean,
so
growing nonetheless.
I guess that's that. Everyone's growing every second of every day. It's your choice what to do with it. Yeah. I was so close. It's over now. Why won't you leave me alone? Hate her.
You mean you hate yourself?
She's part of me. I'll never be able to get rid of her. And she was right. I couldn't climb the mountain. Yeah, but that doesn't mean give up.
Alright.
What the...
So if you found a genie in a bottle and randomly gives you 3 wishes, what would they be?
No limitation on wishes.
Good idea. What are you even trying to do?
Yar.
Ah, I see.
That.
So no limitation. You still got 2 more wishes.
Okay, no limitations on wish. That means I have infinite wishes.
Okay, but you still have 2 more wishes by the requirements of the question.
From the first 3. Yes. Okay, I guess probability manipulation as a superpower.
Okay,
Probability
nice.
manipulation is one of the most overpowered.
Yeah, that is true.
And the ability to gather infinite information.
Okay. For me, it would probably be.
Or I'd say like.
Huh. What's your other idea?
None. I was just thinking maybe I'd have to like say infinite wishes after like I say no limitation on wishes.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
We had. Okay, maybe. We should be fine, I think, but I don't know.
Oh wait, yeah.
The video
Oh,
quality-
whoops.
The video quality is definitely diff.
Okay.
Oof. Wow. For me,
Yo.
I would say my 3 wishes would probably be, probably the first one would be to have infinite money.
I mean, yeah. I'm more along the lines of money won't bring you happiness
It
and
won't bring
neither
you
will
happiness,
power,
but it does
so
bring you a lot of
that's
other
why.
things. And I wouldn't be using
Yeah,
straight
that is-
happiness. It would be more of it's infinite money. I could develop. I could.
There's a lot of
I could read.
there's a lot
I
of
could fund
uses.
researchers. I could. There's a lot of ways that can go.
There is. And you chose a lot more nobler than mine. Mine were basically what I consider infinite power.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, no.
fair enough. Fair.
But no, I can
hats
like
off
fund
to you.
research because like one thing. Did you know that researchers, even if like you want, like I know you're not gonna become a researcher, but like when I think of researchers, it's like, oh, I'm gonna look into what can cure this deadly disease. But when in reality, it's like to get
Yeah,
the
for
funding
me,
to get that, you require
Other
either the
things.
person you need the money to either to come to you, and only way you get the money
To
is
fund
most
it,
of the time by either.
reputation and successes on stuff you've practiced for, but you can't actually,
Yeah, you
succeed
can't
on
really
it
do much
without the money
without
that you
yeah.
need.
If you don't have a way to pay yourself,
Exactly.
you can't
There's-
exactly look into it. You know, you can't live.
Agreed.
You need money to live, unfortunately, and that means that researchers would need obviously funding to be able to even look into this other stuff on top of just paying for certain equipment. If you need, depending on what they're looking into and
Right.
whatnot. Plus, I'm trying to think of different wishes from what you said, because that probability one sounds really good, but I'm trying to think of unique wishes.
Oh, it is.
It is broken. Like,
Because
the
probability
one is,
manipulation is basically an extra genie on
Yeah.
top of the infinite wishes I've wished for.
Yeah. I would probably say then teleportation. Just because
Teleportation is one of those ones where it's like, oh, this is the best one. And everyone says it because of that.
well, I don't think it's the
And it
best
definitely does
power.
have a lot of
It is-
reviews.
I just think in our world as
It's
of
definitely
right
a
now,
really
it's
good one.
It's like you need in some places, not all obviously, but in some places you need a car to get from place to place.
Then I'll tell you one thing that I would say is even better than teleportation, but gives you the same power and effect.
Instant transmission?
Object manipulation.
Oh.
Well, kind of.
Okay.
I was thinking more like you can... Instant transmission kind of works, but, you know... I was thinking
It's
more
of
like...
an anime reference.
Objects... I know, Dragon Ball. But I was thinking more like a thing where you could switch objects. Like, with your body.
Oh.
Basically a form of teleportation.
I remember.
But it includes all sorts of objects and everything else.
I actually know that power, but it's from JoJo. Because I remember,
Really?
I think it was JoJo. It was either, I'm trying to think, what was it? Yeah, it was JoJo. Yeah. In one of the parts, someone has that ability like that. Where one of its basic limitations is that it can only transport stuff of similar value. Wait, no. No, it wasn't JoJo, it was, oh god, Psyche, that anime from Netflix, I can't,
Oh yeah!
he has
Psyche
the power to, he can switch any two items, but they have to have the same value. And I remember... Yeah, I remember. That's what the makes me think of. Except obviously you wouldn't have the limitation of value, it would just be anything. But then
exactly,
I wouldn't be
it's basically that power though.
But then I wouldn't be getting anywhere. I would just be getting stuff. I'm thinking of actual travel when I say teleportation.
Well, what I'm talking
just,
about...
Like, being lazy.
Well, same. I mean, the ability to transfer objects to somewhere else. That includes yourself. Which is basically transportation, but it's also... yeah, kind of.
If you
but it would also be...
and then send you a light speed, then you could,
It's the same hazard as teleportation.
Well, not really. Teleportation doesn't exactly have to be that hazardous. Because, like, when you're sending an object, that object will go to the location you're thinking of as fast as it can get there. Now, sure,
well, I'm talking about, like,
yourself,
basically... It's basically okay. Teleportation, but for everything including objects. That is basically the power I'm thinking of. It's switching objects with somewhere else.
So essentially, instead of holding something in my hand and I'd be teleporting, I'd hold something in my hand and teleport it. That does not sound good for me. I would definitely,
why not?
I'd stick with teleportation. The object one sounds like there's some rules where it, like, might teleport me into the floor or something or whatever. Like,
well, same with teleportation.
No,
if you accidentally think about the floor, you're coming in halfway through the floor.
Well, no, I'm saying if you teleport yourself, it's saying that you know where you're going it holds you. But if you teleport an object, it can just teleport the object to the floor. And if you're holding on to it, then you're holding on to where the floor would be. So you're more likely to be put in the floor. While if you're teleporting, you're less likely, because if you know where you're going and you know where your body's gonna be, then obviously you're less likely to teleport yourself.
Oh shit, why?
Or less likely to put yourself in the floor. So
I understand what you're saying,
teleportation.
But I believe that they both kinda have the same drawback in a way.
I mean, sure, yeah.
It's just based on usage, in my opinion, and how good you are with it.
Then I guess the part 2 of that question would be is like, remember when we talked about elemental powers? What's the extent of this teleportation? Like, do I have to consciously think of it in my head and then teleport to me? Because, like, any kind of teleportation can be dire. Because obviously, if you like if you just say, hey, I want to teleport to 7-Eleven, and it's like, oh, you can teleport to like 7-Eleven and like Kit Canada or something. Like if you be super generic and don't think of a specific spot or a specific place, you could theoretically go anywhere in or on that area.
Exactly.
So it's the question of how precise
that would make
you have to
Google
be.
Maps the most overpowered thing.
Yeah.
That's what that does. That makes Google Maps.
That's true. So it's like, how well could you?
How well could you? Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, this is... your
and
character?
I'm on my oh, yeah. Hold on. Hello! Oh, hello again! How the heck did you get here?
Yeah, how did you get here? Of course you're here.
Calling it quits, I see.
I love that sneer. No, I fell. It's over.
That's probably for the best. The mountain doesn't pull any punches.
Yeah, I get it. I wasn't strong enough to climb your stupid mountain. You can laugh at me again if you want.
Who said it was my mountain?
I didn't mean actually laugh.
Which is the hilarious? You're not a comedian.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of
Sometimes
funny.
you gotta know when to throw in the towel. You'll get over it. And it not being
You know
a mountain.
what? I had a lot of time to think climbing out of this cave, and I'm already over it. That part of me was right. I can't do it alone. I'll just go home to my sad life and be miserable forever.
You clearly aren't over it.
Shut up, I know. I don't want to give up. No matter how much I try, he sabotages me every step of the way.
But isn't she you? A lot of kids are come here to climb this mountain, only to give up. It's a shame that you fell. I was starting to think you'd make it. After all, you were using some assistance that was not natural.
What makes me so special?
Your double jumping ability. I mean, I never met someone so angry at themselves. Honestly, I thought you'd reach the summit and just to spite me here. Spite me yourself. Oh, to spite yourself,
Just to
I
spite
see.
yourself. Gee, thanks.
Don't you get it, girl? This girl you're talking about, it sounds like she's holding you back. Talk to her. I'm sure you could reason with yourself. Figure out why she's
Yeah,
so
because that's
scared.
always easy to do. Reasoning with yourself is harder than reasoning with almost anyone else.
Mm.
Do you think she's scared? Guess I never thought of it that way.
Wow, you're an inconsiderate bitch. Stop
Wow,
wasting
you're
both
an
of our
idiot.
times and ask her.
Exactly.
And have you got, what have you got to lose?
I like you. I don't know how to find her.
She's a part of you, right? Wait, I didn't tell you that. If you look for her, she won't take long to find.
So you know about the mountain's power?
I've always known, sweetheart. Of course I know. I live here.
Yeah, dumbass.
I tried to warn you. Remember? Flashback to the
You need to
the
work
very
on your
first
messaging.
episode.
True.
A glimpse
True.
at the truth is good for people. Even if most can't accept what they see. There's no shame in running back to your car and driving away. Unless if you came here on foot, then I guess you'll have to walk home. But someday you'll be ready,
Yeah.
and then you'll come back. I'm sure of it.
You wanna know my crackpot theory? This old lady is her in the future. You're fucking. She seems to have a lot of insight.
Of course she has insight, because she's
No.
old. It comes with the territory.
It comes with wisdom. But that's the thing. That's another thing I have to say. Just because you have a shit ton of experience, just because you're old, does not mean you are wise.
Yeah, that's true.
Or just because you're old does not mean you're wise. Wisdom
Yeah.
comes with experience, and experience can come with age, but is not always included.
No, I'm just gonna
Alright,
go
no.
home and give up.
I'm going to see this through. No more running.
Oh, I thought so. I didn't realize you were speedrunning this. Man, you're taking quite a long time. Good luck. Look at those paper flames.
Whoops. Whoop, hello.
Wow. What was that?
I don't know. Don't judge me.
I will judge you. There you go.
No, stop. Bad. Stop. No need. Hello. Oh, hello.
Alright.
Yar. No.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Ho.
Alright. Next question while you do some parkour. So I did the wishes one. So
Oh.
this
That's-
question, now I will say this question, it sounds familiar, but it is different. So if you could go into the
What the-
past, the question is,
Famous
Wait, where
figure.
is it?
Would I meet?
yeah.
Is that it?
Hold on, I'm trying to find the question so I can tell you. Where is it? Oh,
If
right
I
here,
could
okay,
meet
yeah.
a famous person from history.
It would say, if you go back in history and spend a day with one famous person, who would it be?
Abraham Lincoln is a very popular answer, and for good reason.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's not much you could relate to him on any other aspect other than agreement on some political societal matters.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much to be gained there. So, for me, if I was to pick someone to spend a day in history with, it'd be someone who... I guess it would probably be Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche.
Okay.
He's not the kind of person I would say is all the answers or is the greatest, but he
Yeah.
definitely is an interesting mind that I'd like to, find out.
For
I'm into
I
studying psychology.
For me,
So,
I'd probably say
definitely,
John F. Kennedy, just to see if he's as much of a dumbass as the TV shows portray him as, because I would laugh at him so much.
Oh, he was definitely kind of a dumbass and a fucking playboy, but at the same time, he was really good at fucking social issues. That's another thing, like Abraham Lincoln in that case. Me and him would agree on social issues, but I have nothing else that I like about Lincoln or Kennedy other than his presidency.
Yeah, whenever it comes to history, I can't think of anyone I'd want it. Like, I don't have any heroes I'd want to see. It'd be more of just I'd want to see if TV portrayed them either accurately or if it was similarly, you know. Or if I think they'd be funny, you know. If like John F. Kennedy, I think he'd be someone funny to go see.
He probably would, no lie. He was a fucking party kid.
Yeah. But anyway, you were saying
one guy I would never meet. One guy I would never meet, Gandhi. Fucking piece of garbage.
Really?
He was very inspirational and had a lot of good messaging.
The peace guy? The guy who starved.
I know. For multiple times for peace, so Britain would leave stop colonizing the country. Yeah, such a great message coming from such a fucking rotten mouth. Sorry, but Gandhi.
No, I'm just surprised. I've never heard anything bad about him.
Yeah, he was actually really fucking sexist. He was abusive. He wasn't actually a good person. He was wise, but that didn't make him a good person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Like we
Carry
said,
on with your
old doesn't. Well, he was wise, but it doesn't mean he was good. People can be wise, but not good. That's like in the
That's
Little
another
Prince. Thing. That makes you think of the story, The Little Prince. It's on Netflix.
Right.
Where basically it's where this little prince keeps going to all these planets. and he sees all these weird, extravagant people, and he's like, "Why are you guys acting so weird?" And it's like, because this is what we want, and it's like just and they're all like examples of like one thing, like power or wealth or success, and it's like they're all old and they all know stuff, and they have some things that might be right, but they're not exactly good people.
Intelligence. That's intelligence over wisdom.
Yeah.
With me, greatest wisdom is to learn that it's kind of pointless to dick over other people.
Well, I do it for fun,
Yeah,
honestly.
it can help you do that.
I do it in board games all the
Okay,
time.
dicking
I have fun of it.
Dicking over. All right, hey. If we're talking about something like a board game, dicking over people's fine. I do that a bit too much.
Being an ass
Start to hate
occasionally on
playing
the
games with
game
me.
is fine.
Being an ass is fine, but as long as there's purpose behind it. Anyways, continue.
Looking for me? Want to drop me off at the daycare now?
Oh
I thought you were
shit!
done
I
anyway.
thought you were done with me. That was a mistake. I'm sorry.
You think you figured it all out, don't you? You're real cocky for assuming
Nobody
you know
has-
everything.
Nobody has everything figured out.
You think you don't need me. You think you can just leave behind and live your life happily.
I said I'm sorry. We need to move past this.
You expect me to trust you? You know how many times you've been derailed for no reason?
You aren't innocent here either.
What do you mean?
But I know you're scared. Look, we're at rock bottom. Literally. There's no point in fighting.
I can keep digging. I could pull us down to the center of the earth if you wanted to. That would be real hot.
It's fucking real hot. What would be the point? Let's climb out of here. Together.
Come close to me and I'll make you regret it. I'll shank you, man.
Oh shit, fuck,
So-
alright.
Hey dude, you might want to pause, because, we're at the end of an episode.
Alright.
Here,
And we'll see you all next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
and hit the bell. Did you make, you left off
Oh
the
yeah,
bell
that one.
Yes.
Yes, the bell thing.
Although half the time, do you think the bell actually works? Like, I hit the bell for a couple
No.
people, but like, half the time I hear people
And
complaining
it
about
doesn't-
not working. Where it's like,
It
I
doesn't really
sometimes
work
get,
that
like,
well,
it works
no.
like the day after something comes
It-
out. And it's like, what? I know
After
you're supposed to tell me
something
the
comes
day
out.
something comes out, not like the week after.
Or just it won't give you, or it just won't give you the notifications for all the
Yeah.
people you like hit
it's
the
really
bell
dumb.
for.
But anyway, yeah. So YouTube wants you to
it's
hit the
broken.
bell, so go and hit that bell like everyone tells
Yeah,
you to do.
fucking
Anyway, we'll see you next
help
time.
help our algorithm.
If it was our algorithm, we'd be able to control it. Anyway, see you next
Shit,
time,
I
Shades.
wish.